Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Live with Mel. Tuesday nights, CNN hosted a town hall that featured Joe Biden, and Joe Biden had the opportunity to speak to people to really speak about what his plans are. Now, during this town hall meeting, something that was asked of Joe Biden was a proposal that was put forth by Schumer and Pelosi that stated that $50,000 of federal student debt should be canceled. Now, on the campaign trail, Biden has stated that he very much wants to cancel student debts to a certain amount. And many people supported Biden because of this. Many people who are liberals, many people who find themselves on the far left of the spectrum, say that they really support canceling student debt. And it is something that Biden has spoken about throughout his time on the campaign trail. Now, during this town hall question, the question was asked, do you support the $50,000 canceling of student loans? And in a response, Biden said, no, he does not. Now, there's several reasons why Biden does not support canceling $50,000 of debt. Now, it is worth noting that while he does not support the $50,000 worth of cancellation, he does support canceling $10,000 per borrowers of student loans. Now, this is something that has been quite unpopular with people. Good morning, how are you? Now, this is something that has been quite unpopular with just the 10,000. People are looking to Biden right now to cancel student loans. Student loans was a promise that he made on the campaign trail, and many people thought that it would have been canceled before the end of February, but it has not. And one of the things that people are looking to Biden to do is to cancel $50,000 worth of student debt by the stroke of a pen. Now, Biden said he is still interested in canceling student debt to the tune of $10,000, but he has stipulations that he wants to add to it. Now, one of the things that Biden stated was he does not want to cancel student debt for students who went to elite colleges like Harvard or Yale. And his reasoning behind that is students who do go to elite schools tend to end up making a larger salary. They do tend to make a larger salary, and he does not want to cancel student debt for people who are making a larger salary. Now, many Democrats are upset with this. Many Democrats are upset that he's not looking to cancel the $50,000 worth of student debt. And honestly, Democrats started to chime in as he said that. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez stated, what does it matter what school you go to? Doesn't matter what school that you attend. Student loan is student loan. And she stated, working class kids were encouraged to go into more debt under the guise of elitism. Essentially, Alexandria was saying that working class kids still went to elite colleges and put on more debt, and they're still now in debt because of the price tag of these elite schools. Now, again, Pelosi and Schumer have put out this proposal because they want to cancel student debt, and they do believe that Biden can do it with the stroke of a pen through executive order. But Biden is not for that. Biden is against it. Now, again, I don't want people to think that Biden is completely against canceling student debt, because he is looking to cancel with the stroke of a pen. So through executive order, Biden is looking to cancel $10,000. But it seems as though President Joe Biden and Democrats are completely at separate ends of the amount of money that should be canceled and what goes along with canceling it. So Evelina says, I agree with AOC. And many people do agree with AOC as well. They believe that it doesn't matter which school you attended, cancel the debt across the board. But again, that is not what Joe Biden wants to do. Now, the White House press secretary came on yesterday and stated that President Joe Biden believes any debt cancellation over $10,000 should be based on whether the school that the person went to was private or public, whether it's an elite school, the salary that someone's making, whether it was an undergrad or graduate study. Now, when Biden was on the campaign trail, many people believed that Biden wanted to cancel student debt across the board because, let's be honest, student debt is holding back an entire generation. Student debt is something that is holding back a lot of people and is holding back their buying power. It's holding back people purchasing real estate. It's holding back a lot of people because student debt has been very crippling to many, many people. But although student has been crippling, there are people who are against canceling student debt, and many of them fall on the right side. But it seems as though the people arguing whether student debt should be canceled or not are the Democrats. And it seems that the Democrats are not on the same page. And specifically, the majority of Democrats are siding with the higher payments and not necessarily Joe Biden's proposal. So Evelina says, I know a Yale graduate who's ridden with student debt and struggling. And I know several people who went to elite schools like Yale who are struggling because these elite schools do come with higher price tags. They do come with a lot more debt if you're coming from a working class family. Now, again, it seems as though Joe Biden is looking to cancel debt of $10,000, federal debt for everyone. Anyone who has a federal debt, Joe Biden is looking to cancel. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys agree with Joe Biden? Do you agree that canceling of student debt should be based on income, whether a school was private or public, whether a school was an elite school, or whether it was an undergrad or graduate degree? Or do you believe, like many Democrats, that it should be canceled across the board? Now, another thing that has been talked about is whether Joe Biden has the ability to cancel student debt with an executive order. Now, Representative Presley says that Joe Biden has the ability to cancel debt with the stroke of a pen. And that's really important to see because many people are saying whether it needs to go through Congress or whether President Joe Biden can cancel student debt just by issuing an executive order. And this is another reason why Joe Biden does not support the proposal for $50,000 debt elimination of student loans. President Joe Biden says that he has the ability by executive order to cancel student loans to the tune of $10,000, but he does not have the ability to cancel that large amount. And it's looking as though if Democrats want to cancel student loans to the tune of that large amount, the $50,000, they're going to have to do it through Congress. But I'm going to be honest, I don't know if it would come across Joe Biden's desk if he would sign it once it goes through Congress. Now, again, Joe Biden wants to put stipulations on this student cancellation program. He wants to ensure that the programs that are going to cancel higher student debts are reaching people who are of low income. Again, during the briefing, the press secretary said that Joe Biden would be interested in canceling debt of $50,000, but if it's anything higher than $10,000, if it's anything higher than student debt cancellation of $10,000, they would have to have certain stipulations to it. That people would either have to, whether it was based on income, whether it was based on whether someone went to a private or a public school, whether someone went for a graduate degree or an undergrad degree. Now, again, Democrats across the board are upset. Now, Joe Biden is also stating that he wants to ensure that public college is free, but he also wants to focus his attention on early education, and specifically free early education for people of lower income. And that is something else that Republicans have pushed back on him as well, because they're stating that they do not have to be mutually exclusive. You can cancel student debt, you can have free college, and you can focus on early education. You do not have to pick or choose. And that's what many Democrats are saying. So as we see right now, Democrats are at odds with President Joe Biden. At the end of the day, most Democrats do believe in canceling student debt. Most Democrats do want to see the crippling debt that has plagued many, many people be pushed away. What they do not agree on is the price tag and who actually should receive the help. Now, like Evelina stated earlier, there are people who went to elite schools, because this is a comment from earlier. Evelina says, I know a Yale graduate who's ridden with debt and struggling. And that's the thing. Student debt can be crippling. And a lot of times people see education as a way to get out of poverty or to move up in the socioeconomic. But the thing is that when you start going to elite schools, when you start going to colleges, it does have a heavy price tag in this country. And while getting a great job after college is something that is attainable, your buying power is greatly reduced because of the burden of student debt. So even if people are going to college and on paper, they're making a great salary, at the end of the day, they're not necessarily receiving that full salary because they have to pay back this crazy amount of student debt. And many kids took out loans with insane interest rates. So not only are they paying back the amount of the loan, but many are paying back double what they actually owe. And then Evelina says it should be canceled across the board. And I definitely do agree with that. I do believe that student debt should be canceled across the board. I do think that we do need to give this generation of kids who are struggling with making payments a break. And once we do give these students, these kids a break who are now in the workforce and they can't even think about buying a home because they are strapped down by student debts, I think we should cancel it across the board. And after we do that, we should ensure that no one else is put in this position where they are struggling or being pushed down by crippling debt because of college education. And I'm not just talking about undergrad, because for many, many jobs, undergrad is just not enough anymore. So many students are graduating undergrad and they're going into the workforce, and they see that in order for them to move up in the world, in order for them to make more money, in order for them to even think about getting a promotion, they do have to get some type of graduate degree. So it's not even just undergrad anymore. Many students are now facing crippling debt from undergrad and from graduate school because that's the only way they see that they can move up in the world. So guys, let me know what you think about this. What do you guys think about canceling student debt? So my first question to everyone is, do you believe that student debt should be canceled? Do you believe that across the board, student debt should be canceled? And if you do believe that student debt should be canceled, what price tag should be put on this? Should it be the $10,000 that Joe Biden wants to see canceled for everyone? Because if it is $10,000, he wants it canceled across the board. So everyone gets the $10,000 canceled across the board. But if it is a higher price tag, Joe Biden wants to put stipulations on it. He wants to make sure that it's going to people who did not go to elite school, who went to a public school, who went to several different stipulations, that he wants it to be income-based as well. So do you guys believe that it should be income-based? So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm so eager to hear what you guys think. And again, whether we agree or whether we don't agree, that's okay, because these conversations need to happen. Your opinion does matter. And I'm going to bring you the facts. I'm going to bring you everything that's happening in the world. And I do want to hear your opinion about everything that is happening. So guys, let me know what you think. Go ahead and drop your comments in the comment section below. And whether you are watching this live or whether you're watching this later on, let me know what you think. And thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. And if you like this show, you want to check out my other show as well. And that is on Apple TV, Roku TV, and Amazon Prime. So go ahead and check out The Mel Show. And here it is. You can watch all of season 1. Season 2 is coming. It's all about motivating, educating, and empowering you to be your best self. So go ahead and check out The Mel Show. You can find that on the Easy Way channel. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in this morning. And again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Should we cancel student debt? And what should the price tag of that be? So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see everyone tomorrow morning, bright and early. Have a great day, everybody.